Hi everybody, I'm Emily. I am the runner of Insane for Zane, Not in Denial. And I just figured a lot of girls have been posting videos about their stories about directionators and their experiences with One Direction. So I thought I would share mine. Sorry if you can see the reflection in my glasses. I'm blind. Um, anyway, so I live in Canada, and when One Direction came to Toronto, I was so excited. I'm pretty sure I fainted. I think I blacked out for a second. So I got me and my friends, Isabella and Jessica, and we drove 4 hours to see them in Toronto on Much Music. And so exciting. Like, we got a hotel and everything, but the morning of, we got stuck in traffic on the way there. So we were running late. We were supposed to get there early in the morning, around 6 a.m. And we ended up getting there, I think, around 10 a.m. And there was already like blocks and blocks of people. So we got there and we're like, okay, well, I'm sure we can talk to some directioners and hopefully they'll understand that we got caught in traffic and maybe they'll let us like stand with them or something, because we drove a long way and we spent a lot of money on gas and like hotel room and everything. So we were really excited to see the boys. So we get there and we find a great group of girls. I don't know if any of you are going to see this. If you recognize me, I'm the girl with the black SUV that blasted What Makes You Beautiful down the street. But thank you so much. We got there and we went up to these girls and explained our situation and explained our story, and we were just so desperate because we had driven a long way and we were tired and it was freezing. And anyway, they were so sweet and they were like, oh my god, we totally understand the situation, come stand with us. And we were so grateful. Like, we bought them Starbucks, we bought them water, we danced with them, we sang with them. They were just our little babies. And me and Isabella and Jessica, we're 18 years old, so we kind of seemed like really old compared to all the girls there. And the girls we were standing with, they were around 15, 16. So they were like our little babies, and we just loved them, and they were amazing. So thank you if any of you guys are watching watching this right now. I appreciate it so much. So we were standing there, and we'd been standing there. We got there around 10, and we had been standing there until 2 p.m. Freezing cold, exhausted, and day went on. The boys were supposed to come out at 5. That's when the show started. So we're like, okay, awesome, 3 more hours, woo! So we're standing there, we're waiting, and then suddenly a security guard comes up to us and says, you girls need to leave. And we were just like, why? And he's like, well, do you know these girls? You're not supposed to be standing with these girls. And we're like, we know them. Like, we've been standing with them for hours. And the girls who let us stand with them, they were just like, oh yeah, like, we've known them, like, we just were saving a spot. And they were just trying to save our ass because they knew that, I'm sorry for my language, they knew that we had driven a long way and that it was a worthwhile trip. So they were trying to just everything they could, like, oh, this is my babysitter and she came with her, like, we were saving her a spot. And it was just so sweet and we were so grateful. But security guard says, well, I'm going to go get my boss because he takes pictures and we can tell if you guys have been here since 6 a.m. like the other girls. And we were like, all right, you go do that. So they left, and we had to come up with a plan because we had no idea, like, how are these security guards getting up in our face right now? And then we turn around, and there's a group of girls behind us talking about us to their mom or something, an older lady, saying that we were cutters and that we cut the line and that we were cheating and that it didn't count and they have to be sent to the back of the line, even though the line is like 5 blocks long. So the little girls we were standing with went up, like, we're just went up to these girls and just, why are you doing this to them? They came all this way. They share a love of One Direction like you, and they came all this way to see them, and you're sending them to the back of the line. And turns out the directionators behind us already had wristbands, by the way. Just thought I'd point that out. Already had wristbands, so we're already guaranteed entrance to see the boys. I'm sorry. Why are you getting all up in my face when you already have guaranteed entrance? And I had driven 4 hours with my friends, spent money on hotel and gas to see these boys, and you're ratting us out because you didn't think it was fair that we cut. I'm sorry, but I thought we were supposed to be a whole family here. I didn't know that we were supposed to be against each other. I didn't realize that. So, security guard came back, kicked us out. I burst into tears because we had driven all this way to see these boys. And we were so excited, and it just was not working out. And there was no way. If any of you guys watch Much Music, did you see how many people were there? We could not get through this crowd. There was no way to see these boys. So upset. So we ended up kind of going off to the side and just crying our eyes out because it's just such a long day, and we've been driving, and terrible. So then we end up coming, I went to go say goodbye to the girls because they were such a help to us, even though we didn't get to stay. They were such a help to us, and they totally had our back, and it just made me realize that we are one big family, and directioners are directioners, and we have each other's back, and we'll always be there for each other no matter what the circumstances are. And to those girls, I don't know if you were part of this group, whoever's watching this, but really have some sympathy, please. You already had wristbands. You were already in line to see them. You were already going to meet them. And all we wanted was to catch a glimpse. That is all we wanted. And we didn't get to do that. So, thunder. Thank you to those girls who tried to, save our asses and let us stand with them and understood our situation. To the girls who told on us and made us leave, I mean, still love you because we are one family, and directioners, either way starts with direction. Either way, we're coming together for one cause and one group of boys that have changed all of our lives. And I just want to say that I, didn't appreciate that very much, but what are you gonna do? Also, to the directioners who are afraid that directionators are just gonna come in and be like, the Mexican one's so hot, and blah, 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 all these things. I just want to say that, as the moral of the story goes, directioners and directionators still uniting over a common thing. So just keep that in mind. And even though, there are some girls out there who you just want to backhand so hard because of the things they say, like, oh, Louis Tomlinson. No. You can't say that. So even though you want to just strangle them, take a breath. Just calm down, because even though they're late on the draw, and even though they, saw them on Nickelodeon and think they're cute and everything, and that's the only reason they like them, just calm down and just remember that we are all one big family, and we're always going to be there for each other, especially the original directioners, because we always have each other's backs. And if, you're in a line and girls come up and are in tears saying they drove 4 hours and are exhausted and hungry and thirsty and cold and just want to stand in line to see these boys, look at your wristbands. Say, hey, I'm already getting in, so have a great time. That would be fantastic. Okay.